Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny 2. We have some brand new news out of E3. The game's director Luke Smith held an interview with Jason Schreier of Kotaku, and they talked about some more specific topics surrounding the game. He confirmed some myths, including one that I was starting to feel in the back of my mind, which is that machine guns have been phased out of Destiny. Their reasoning was to make the new power slot full of powerful one-hit weapons, and machine guns, while definitely strong, behave more like an auto rifle and are definitely the odd man out in regards to what a quote-unquote power weapon is supposed to be in Destiny 2. But anyways, in this video I actually want to focus on a brand new activity coming in Destiny 2 called Flashpoint. Luke Smith talked about this with a good amount of detail, so let's jump in and see what this new activity is all about. Before we talk about Flashpoints, I want to give you one last chance to enter my beta code giveaway for Destiny 2. I now have a total of 3 codes to give away, so if you want a chance to win, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on this video. I'll be announcing the winners tomorrow on Twitter, so be sure to follow me there at FutureFoe to see if you've won. So, the idea of Flashpoint is to further the purpose and value of patrols. Luke and his team has expressed that they aim to make patrols something that invites you back again and again. In Destiny 1, we pretty much were limited to mission beacons and public events. It's where I would go often to complete bounties, but that was pretty much it. The Dreadnought helped quite a bit by including environmental puzzles, and the Court of Oryx is still one of my favorite aspects of the game, but alas, nothing ever really invited you back after you had already explored all there is to see. Now, there was one part of Patrol that really helped it feel more alive, and that was when either the Taken invaded or where groups of enemies would move in on each other. I remember many times patrolling the Skywatch where all of a sudden there would be hordes of Hive and Fallen that would spawn and just utter chaos would ensue. Back in year 1, a lot of us used this to farm Glimmer and Engrams, mainly because we really had nothing better to do, but it felt like they had a really cool idea of how to make patrols more interesting without really being able to execute on them too well. In Destiny 2, they are already making the patrol destinations more interesting with your ability to seek out NPCs to start adventures in lost sectors, an aspect of the game that Bungie has repeatedly told us that they are massively underselling to us, as they do believe it is a huge value add to patrol and your player experience. And if that wasn't enough to get you to patrol more, the new Flashpoint activity might just do that. Luke Smith described Flashpoint as a way for Bungie to feature a destination, likely for that reset week, providing you with more things to do and sweet high-end loot to earn, kind of like how challenge mode works now. He describes it as such. There's a whole class of stuff that shows up when it's the Flashpoint. Treasure maps to go find, special monsters that show up, a single location where they can just go solo, hang out, and then get super powerful rewards from it, like the equivalent of an unknown reward from Nightfall. So it seems like when a destination has Flashpoint active, it will essentially turn it into a heroic version of that destination with much more to do. You can really think of it as Nightfall Patrol. Also, if we take a look back at the map we saw during the reveal event, we still have these green icons on the map that we don't know too much about, so it'll be interesting to see if those play into Flashpoints at all. And another theory of mine that was confirmed was the fact that you'll be able to fast travel between the points on the destination. Here we have a map of Nessus and what looks like 3 separate landing zones. I believe that these are transmat zones where you can load into the destination from orbit or from a different destination, but can also use them to fast travel around the map. So it looks like patrols are going to be much more exciting this time around. What I'm most excited about is being able to earn Nightfall tier loot for doing a solo activity, another way Bungie is trying to be more inclusive to the solo audience. And speaking of Nightfall tier loot, another piece of news that I want to leave you with is that it has now been confirmed by Destiny 2 senior gameplay designer John Wisniewski that exotics can still drop as rewards and engrams. Some will be tied to exotic quests like they currently are in Destiny 1, but some can in fact drop. And on top of that, Bungie wants even more people to experience what an exotic weapon is during the campaign. The way John described it made it sound like you would get your first exotic while still leveling up. I think I saw a level 14 or 15 exotic sunshot somewhere, and it looks like that will be the case. John describes while he was playing a playtest of the game, he attained an exotic during the campaign and didn't care when he found rares and such that were at a higher light level. This leads me to another theory that the gear that drops for you will be more aggressively tied to your Guardian's light, and there will be less of a tie between rarity and any kind of minimum light level, which is a nice change. So what do you think of Flashpoints, and will they, in conjunction with Adventures in Lost Sectors, get you to go out and patrol more in Destiny 2? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Anyways, tons of news still to cover over the coming days, so be sure to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for my continued Destiny 2 coverage, and I will see you all next time. Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny. What you just watched was the brand new trailer out of E3 for Destiny 2 called Our Darkest Hour. It gives us our first look at Destiny 2's big bad, Dominus Gall. Dominus Gary. The cutscene we see at the start of the trailer is no doubtedly from the end of the Homecoming story mission.